Hello guys, I know, I felt like I needed to record a video, so that sounded a lot louder and weirder than I thought it would, because I've got a bed that has like a lift up thing, so that was the bit that lifts up, kind of banging against the rest of it. I don't have like a designated thing to talk about, so I thought I'd just splurge, as sometimes I do, and maybe you'd find something interesting. Yeah. In the light of my bed, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, it's moved. I just want you to see my mermaid leggings. Matches my bed sheets. I'm a mermaid, don't care. I will just say I bought these for Halloween because my skirt didn't arrive, and I just wear them all the time because they're so comfy. Yeah, so I moved my bed because it used to, I like my headboard's obviously against the feature wall now. It used to be lengthways, so my TV would be there and like I'd awkwardly sit halfway on the bed, but now I'm kind of like quite chilled. I'm still getting used to laying this way, but I thought it was clever. I tried to move the bed on my own, so like obviously I had loads of stuff under here, so I moved it all, moved the mattress, and I was like, okay, whew. I even got a tape measure and measured the size of the bed, the gap between like the wall and this wall, and there was like a desk here which had my TV on, so like I measured everything to make sure it would fit in this way that I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, it will just fit, so it'll be perfect. I had two problems. One, it didn't fit, so yeah, and two, while I was trying to do it on my own, I don't know why I didn't think of this, I went to lift it, and obviously the thing that lifts my bed up pinged up like while I was lifting it, so I panicked. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to get hit in the face with this, so I dropped the bed on my foot. I don't know why, like I think getting hit in the face with the thing would have been a lot nicer than dropping that on my foot, because I couldn't walk properly for a couple of days. It hurt, it swelled up. Yeah, I like kind of I dropped it and then stumbled back and landed on my mattress, luckily. And then I texted my sister and I was like, can you squeeze through the door? And she was like, what do you mean squeeze through the door? And then she realised because I had all the shit everywhere up against the door so I could move this. So I ended up getting her and my dad to come in and help me. I had to get rid of the desk, so currently my TV is resting on the stool until I can get it on the wall. And you're resting against my TV. So I say you're resting against my TV. Hello, welcome, come and rest against my TV. Yeah, so I don't know, I just thought I'd share with you my idiocy, which happens quite a lot. Speaking of, I went to town with my friend, I'm pretty sure. And then I come home and I had a jacket on, and like it was my leather jacket, so it had like two pockets here, and obviously the zip comes like across rather than straight up, and I was stood there for ages just like this with the zip on the pocket. Like I had it zipped up and I was trying to unzip it and it wouldn't go any further, and I was just like, what, is it stuck? So I kept pulling it up and trying to unzip it again, and then I started freaking out. I was getting like proper like worked up. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Courtney. And she was like, what? I was like, I can't get out my coat, I'm stuck, it won't unzip, I can't get it any further, help me, help me. And I was proper panicking, and she just looked at me and she was like, you dumb bitch, you're unzipping the pocket. And I was just like, I knew that, I was testing you. And you passed, well done. In other news, one of my colleagues from work, I don't know if he still is classed as, but was classed as my mentor when I started working there. We're going to write a book together, which I'm actually really excited about. Like, obviously we've got like some planning done, we've got like characters, we've got the plot, we know where we want it to go. I've always been like really into writing, like I always wanted to write something that people would read and enjoy. Like I had a Wattpad and whatnot, and but I know that I'm either like one of two ways. I either explain everything in way too much detail and it just gets boring, or everything is just happening so quick, and it's just like, boom, this has happened, then boom, that happens, then boom, that happens, and it's kind of like, whoa, calm down. Like, I can't not have something happening because I feel like it will get boring. Like, I think I'm too overly panicked that it's gonna get like the other way that I do it, so I kind of like go to the other extreme rather than, like, I can't go a nice middle, do you know what I mean? Like, so I did like bang out like a chapter in like a day and a half, and I don't know, I'm quite happy with it, but obviously it's work in progress, so keep that in mind. We're working on that at the moment. We have a name for it, well, a potential name for it, and also I made some concept art of what the cover could look like. I know that seems a bit like, you know, advanced for someone who's not even really properly wrote the book yet, but I'm overly excited for it. So the title that we were thinking, or that I came up with just then, is What's Inside, and I will put an image of the cover art that I was thinking of, something along the lines of, yeah, I've always, like I said, I've always wanted to write something. When my granddad was alive, we had planned to write a book together, like the first granddad and granddaughter book, and we were going to take it in turns to write a chapter, and I never finished it with him, and I feel really guilty for that. I wish I had. This was like years ago. I was really young, and thinking about it now, the whole concept for it was a lot like Toy Story, because he had all these animal things in his house. He had like ceramics, and he had teddies and stuff like that, and they all had names, and every time I went round there for the weekend he'd test me to see if I remembered all of the names, and there was always one that I didn't remember, which was he had like 3 geckos on his wall outside, like in the back garden, and those were the only ones I could never remember the name of every time, and which is weird because two of them had the same name, and they were named after, I think, a band that he really liked, and they were always one that I couldn't remember the name of, but now they seem to be the only one that I remember the name of. Holland, Dozier and Holland. And I don't know why I could remember that. I always remembered every other one, and that was the one that I couldn't get, and I was so gutted. And he wrote the first chapter, he wrote it all out, and it was great. He had his little Gruffalo bear on top of his CD cabinet, and also the fat lady who would just stay there, she couldn't move around, but everyone else would come to life while everyone was out. The Gruffalo climbed down, and every time the fat lady sung, it meant that people were coming home, so they all had to climb up and go wherever they had to go and stay there, obviously. And yeah, it was a really good idea. I wanted to write it like as a Christmas present for him last year, like just finish it, just write the whole thing, but I couldn't find the first chapter that he did, and I didn't want to start it all over again because I didn't want to like ruin it. I want to do him justice if I'm gonna like write something that I was gonna write with him, but I don't feel like I would. But I'm hoping that this, I want to do this one. I've said I'm gonna do a book, and I want to do it. Like the idea that Gareth came up with like the basis of it, and then I've like, you know, helped come up with like other little bits and worked off of his original idea and stuff, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's got the potential to be really good. I'm just hoping that, again, I can do it justice. I don't want to like take a good idea and just destroy it. So as you can hear, I've got the fucking sniffles again. This weather, I hate it. I hate the cold. Oh. But I do like the weather app on I don't know like if it's the same on other things, but the weather app on my iPhone now says like it has the actual temperature, and it has all these other little details about humidity, whatever, you know, bullshit. And now it says feels like. So like today it was like, I think 1 degree, and it was like, but it feels like -3, and I was like, feels like death. That's all you need to put. Don't tell me it feels like -3, it feels like I'm gonna die because I'm fucking freezing. So, which is why I've got my my boyfriend's stuff on, because he this was from a couple of weeks ago. I came over to his with a coat. I left with this and my coat because he was like, no, you're too cold, you must take it. And I was like, I mean, no, but yeah, can he? So I've been like wrapping myself up in it everywhere I go now. I have like a ghost in my room, I swear, because my fucking lamp keeps turning itself off and on, and it's freaking me out because I'll turn it off to go to bed. I don't want to, like, you know, sleep with the light on because it just makes things more difficult, and it'll just turn on and I'm like, why? And I can't be asked to get up and turn it back off again because I know that it will just turn back on and then randomly it will just turn off, and I'm like, especially if I'm trying to use it, it's a bit like, can you not? And my mum was like, oh, maybe you have a guardian angel. I was like, if I have a guardian angel, make them like float money through my window by like, or a winning lottery ticket. Don't fucking turn my lamp on and off. Don't scare the shit out of me. That's not guardian angel. Like, that's like evil. Guardian evil. That's what that is. I don't want it. No. And like, obviously I've like done all stuff like, you know, make sure to change the bulb and make sure that it's screwed in properly and whatnot. And it's one of the touch lamps, so you have to touch it a couple of times before it even does anything. It's just weird. I don't. It's really creeping me out. Like the first time it happened, I like was in my bed and it turned on by itself, and I was just like, oh my god. So I screamed for my dad, and he was like, what? I was like, look, just don't question me. Just check that there's not a spider crawling up my lamp. I was terrified, but obviously, yeah, I don't know. I've got a ghost. I've got evil spirit in my room, and I don't like it. I'm going to start, maybe because obviously I want to build things up, I'm going to start unboxing my loot crates on here, and also I've started getting glossy boxes, so maybe I can start unboxing stuff like that on here too. Hopefully that will be something good for everybody to watch. Maybe you can watch me build whatever I get out of the loot. Like, the loot boxes obviously turn into something, so or they flip inside out and have a pattern, and maybe like we could just go through that together, even though it will take me about 10 years to build the smallest thing. Like, I tried building the Halo Guardian out of one of them, and it honestly looks like shit. But I tried. That's the main thing. Yeah, but hopefully like that would be something that we could experience. I got my first glossy box this month because Black Friday it was £5. And it, you know, I'm really excited. It's quite nice, and I'm excited to see what happens next month. It's Christmas. So yeah, maybe I'll start doing stuff like that. And yeah, I will possibly do a video with Courtney on Fortnite soon, because we've been playing duo a lot, and actually sometimes been doing decently. You think I'm bad? I do see her play. I think maybe at some point we'll do that, but recently we've been talking over the phone while we play because she keeps forgetting to take her mic with her to uni. I may do some makeup videos, I may do some more gaming videos on my own, maybe play some scary games because everyone loves it when I scream for some reason. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I can get some more good stuff in for you guys that you will enjoy. Obviously, like I said, I want to do a variety of things. I don't want to stick to just doing one thing. I don't know what any of this video was about, but I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye!